So I wanted to give an update about my gang stalking experiences. About a month ago, the gang stalkers that are living right there at my block of flats, who ganged up at me because my son is an invalid, and he's an invalid because his dad and him were poisoned with a nerve agent of military grade. Attached to it can kill up to 25 people. So I heard this is heavy metal with organophosphate and tetrodotoxin compound, judging by the symptoms. So my son, especially October and February, are difficult months for us. So my son has these electroshock experiences mainly at night, and as I said before, they do black magic on me, and they also mock on me, like somebody who didn't look like he was from here last summer or last spring appeared in front of my front door, and he was trying to block my way and mock on my dog and say, "What's the name of your dog? What's the name of your dog?" So my dog died this August from unknown disease. And so recently what happened was, about a month ago, I saw a note on the wall of the elevator written in a black marker, saying that those who knock on the walls should burn in hell. And this was addressed apparently to my son, who has also a type of Parkinson reaction to this. And when I didn't react to this writing on the wall in the elevator, they tried it once again a month after, just recently, and they always did it on the full moon. So it's kind of black magic. They don't know. I cannot catch on. So it again was a bigger note for me to burn in hell, or to my son. And my son cries at night because his seizures are very painful, and they basically ganged up on me, the neighbors. And I printed out and on the sheet of paper, and I wrote the reply to them that they are fake victims and fake refugees, and that they should go back to their native town. And also I wrote a report to the police about them vandalizing the elevator, because after the second note appeared wishing for my son and me to burn in hell, there was actually a fire on the third floor, and the whole apartment burned down, and we live upstairs, but the smoke reached us and we nearly suffocated. And the day after, my son was puking all day long and sleeping because of this smoke that they organized for me. We are setting up a fire, or we are black magic. I don't know which one it was. So preliminary, they say that it's some drunk guy burning up himself. So I have a friend who lives on the third floor, but she was not harmed. It's an old lady in her 80s. Anyways, yeah, that's what the creatures do. They tried to tell me before that I should give up on my son and just give him up to hospice or something like that. And they stalk me. One of them jumped into elevator after me. They watch when I come home. They harass me. They shout out of the windows profanities to my invalid son. And this basically, I don't have another place to go because A, I was born here and this is my private property that actually belongs to my parents. B, they poisoned the father of my son and he died, and his ex-wife stole all his inheritance. And because again, US law enforcement do nothing, and they not only made my son invalid, they broke my human rights by not allowing my child's father and me to get married, thus leaving my son a bastard. And they also pretended like nothing happened, and of course my child's father owned real estate in the United States, a house and a country house, and he was an officer in the military, which was of course stolen from my son, and my son is a rightful heir to that property, and it was stolen from us. The CIA creatures and Mi6, instead of helping me and playing fair, decided to smuggle me, traffic me to a third world country in order to, I guess, make me a permanent organ donor for them of my blood and my eggs, because they figured out since I'm not dead, I must be immune to these things that are cancer-causing agents. Anyways, that was my latest report about being gangstalked and nearly burning inside my own home, and them sending agents through and damaging me and my son through their psychics and other types of psychotronic weapons that they use on my kid. So what I wanted to say is only my guess that they use the poison of such species like octopus of Australia, from which they make tetrodotoxin, and this makes people to be like lightning attractors, and they attract electric charge from the air. And because of this, my son has seizures and he gets electroshock with very painful seizures. So anyways, to prove my point, I just wanted to say that the creatures never think that the law of karma will hit them. They never think about sympathizing with somebody else's child. They just think about what they can get from a person, for example, organs and blood, and they don't think that there'll be any repercussions to them and their kid at any point whatsoever. So yeah, I think I'm done. This is an example of gangstalking in Russia.